Good evening, everybody. Heyo, it's OmniDog here. The question and answer Wednesday show with my good pal, Luis. Luis, how's it going?
Just brag. I'm good, man. How's everything?
The question and answer Wednesday show.
And I dropped the ball.
My good pal, Luis.
There's always one. There's always one.
Okay. That was you. Good. It wasn't me.
No, that was me this time. Totally me.
Okay. Let's see. So, starting out, is there a place on Earth that could possibly give you 50% off on your hardcovers and trades, up to 50%? $50 or more gets you free shipping, a loyalty discount, fabulous customer service, and all kinds of different sales throughout the year. What if that were a real place in the United States? What do you think its name would be, Luis?
I think that place would be In Stock Trades, the best place in the United States and the world to buy your comics, graphic novels, and hardcovers. Jess, why don't you tell them a little bit more about In Stock Trades?
There's more I could tell him besides what I just told him.
The bomb-proof packaging.
Bomb-proof packaging, fabulous customer service. What else?
Did you mention the % off that they get?
The loyalty discount, yes. I talked about that, and I talked about up to 50% off on. Of course, you throw in that loyalty discount, and it can be up to 52%. Then occasionally they have 3% off, so it can be up to 53% off books. That's a pretty solid discount when some of these books are $100, $125.
Oh yeah. Trust me. Hey, and with tax season coming up, and the missus doesn't necessarily need to know what you get back, so get an extra few books from In Stock Trades. Think about it. I'm just saying.
That's not coming from me. That's coming from him.
Well, that's coming from me. Yeah, that's totally coming from me. So if she complains, just blame it on me. Send it to Matt Miranda in HR. I'm sure he'll take care of it. No. In Stock Trades, ladies and gentlemen, the best place online to buy comics, graphic novels, hardcovers, trade paperbacks, all that good stuff. You know the spiel. We love In Stock Trades. We've loved In Stock Trades before they so generously decided to sponsor our show, and we still love In Stock Trades. We love them even more now. Thank you so much, guys, and once again, In Stock Trades for helping a brother out and for supporting us.
Absolutely.
So this is the weekly Q&A show, guys. We cannot do this without the most important part of our show, Jess Bragg. Do you know what that is?
Luis, that would probably be our viewers in the chat.
That is correct. The chat.
Asking us questions.
Let's get ready. We need your help in this week. We really don't have a topic on Wednesdays. We kind of just let the flow go wherever it is. If you're new to this show, this is definitely a bit different than the other two shows. This is kind of like just a bit of a bullshit BS. Have fun. Me and Jess, we shoot the shit talk. We discuss anything and everything. 2 weeks ago, we discussed smoking. A few weeks ago, we discussed vinyl. A few weeks before that, we discussed a peacock getting on an airplane. Things like
that. That's right.
Yeah, I don't think she got her money back for that trip. But yeah, we need your participation in the chat. So if you have any questions, please do us a favor and ask them in the chat.
That's right. Otherwise, we have no show.
Absolutely, yeah. It's kind of a dull show.
Yeah.
David Cobb, right off the bat, have you seen the live-action Full Metal Alchemist? It's on Netflix now. Yes, I have. It's terrible. Next question. No, it's pretty bad. It's not that good. You know what? It's not as bad as the Death Note movie. It's not that bad. Because the Death Note movie, they got pretty much everything wrong that they could get wrong. Here, it's just the pacing is all over the place. The main character is really not that interesting. And I personally thought the CGI is not that great. With that said, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be worse.
Wow, you must have really been expecting something bad with that critique.
Dude, like Full Metal Alchemist is in my top 3 manga and anime of all time. I just love that. I mean, for the hell, I mean, geez, I have one of their symbols tattooed on my chest. I have the transmutation circle tattooed on me. So I really love it, and it's something that I'm passionate about. And I was expecting a huge dumpster fire. Wasn't that bad. Actually, wasn't too bad.
I'm just now starting the anime, so I've seen the first episode, and I need to watch more. So maybe Thor Ragnarok just came out digitally, so I want to watch that tomorrow, but I should watch some anime too. I should watch some anime every day.
So my question to you, so you saw you saw the first episode of Full Metal Alchemist. What did you think?
I thought it was interesting. It makes me want to watch more of it. I thought it was cool. I want to learn more about it.
Yeah. It really grabs you right from the beginning.
Yeah. I like that the little brother's this big hulking thing, and he's assumed to be the big brother, and it's really the little guy that's the big brother. And I like this alchemy kind of flying around stuff that they do. It's fun. I was into it.
Yeah, they keep touching on that. That's going to be a reoccurring gag about how the little brother's so short and all this other stuff. And I forgot what do they show in the first episode? Do they show like what happened to, as far as the arm and the leg and everything like that?
They allude to it. They show. Okay, it was last week that I watched it. So if I recall correctly, they sort of allude to what they were into, what they were mixed up in, and what it led to, but you don't get a full accounting of it yet. Not in the first episode. It does show some of the stuff they were up to that led to what's happening.
Right. My advice to you is get through. Somebody in the chat will have to let me know because I forgot which episode. Get to the episode involving a doctor.
Oh, actually, just so you know, it's Brotherhood that I'm watching. FMA Brotherhood.
Brotherhood is the superior version, in my opinion.
Right, it's Brotherhood that I'm watching.
Right. There are some people that say Brotherhood for those of you out there, there's two versions of Full Metal Alchemist. There's Full Metal Alchemist that came out, if I'm not mistaken, in the early 2000s. And that version of Full Metal Alchemist diverges heavily from the manga because the manga was still coming out. In 2007, 2008, if I'm not mistaken, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood came out, and Brotherhood sticks through and through to the manga because the manga at that time was already finished, so it goes all the way through to that storyline. So Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is widely regarded as the superior version of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen both versions. I personally like Brotherhood more, but I do think that the original version also has its merits. It ends differently. It's an interesting way to go about it. With that said, just my advice to you is get up to the episode with the doctor and a dog. Those of you that have seen Full Metal Alchemist know what episode I'm talking about. I can't remember which episode it was, but it's widely regarded as one that fucks you up really badly.
Huh. Okay, I will.
Yeah, it's a Chimera episode. It's really good.
A Chimera episode. Do I know what that means?
You will when you get to it.
All right. Well, now I'm intrigued.
So you will definitely know when you get to it. But Full Metal Alchemist is fantastic. It's a good anime, and it just gets better and better. Some people, all right, okay. So here's one for you, Jess. Omnipool says, Lewis and Jess, what do you guys think on the Amazing Spider-Man issue 796 craze? People going nuts buying the issue.
I just saw that in the group.
What's going on?
Well, from what I can tell in the group, it's supposedly the first appearance of Red Goblin, but I believe that's a MacGuffin. It sounds like it's the first appearance of somebody else that's even more important towards the end of the issue. Ooh. And so people are being jerks and going into their LCS and just grabbing up all the copies they can, creating a fake shortage and throwing them on eBay. I can't say for sure that it's Red Goblin, but it sounds like it's an anticipated first appearance of somebody. That's what Frank Gogol said in the chat, that he thought, I'm sorry, on the page, that he thought it was more the appearance of this other character. I don't know who Red Goblin is, but he sounds interesting just because he's red and he's a goblin.
Okay.
But that's all I can say. I haven't seen it myself.
So basically, we've got scalpers that they're buying issues up like crazy, trying to artificially inflate the market.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Jeez, I hate that shit.
Yep, you're exactly right.
That is so annoying. I find that whole I see that whole thing as annoying. Like, buy comics to enjoy them. Yes, I get that there's a collector's aspect and mentality to it, but for the most part, just buy them to enjoy them and read them.
Yeah, I don't know. I see things like that, and it makes me glad I'm not really collecting floppies anymore, because that kind of thing would just give me anxiety. I'd be like, oh my god, I got to make sure I get this issue, and because I wasn't subscribed to Amazing Spider-Man, I won't get this issue, and now I got to call my LCS and get this issue, and now I don't have to worry about that because I'll just read about it in the trade.
Yeah, you'll get the trade eventually. That's the thing. It's if the market is so different nowadays. Like those people that they're hoping to get rich on modern day comics and things like that, and hoping that the next big Walking Dead #1 is just going to walk in right through the store or something like that. That doesn't happen really. That's an anomaly. If you want to invest in comics, we've talked about this before. We could actually probably do a whole episode on something like this.
On speculation?
If you wanted to invest in comics, you want to get Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, first appearances of characters. That is where it's really at, because that stuff, an Action Comics, that like a classic Action Comics, the first appearance of Superman, that's never going to go down in value. It just
Yeah, you're 100% right. Every dime that you want to invest in an investment type comic should be Silver Age, Marvel, probably. That's what I invest in primarily, is Silver Age, Marvel appearance, first appearances and things like that. Mm-hmm. There's some DC that's good, but I would say the more marketable stuff that I see that I'm more active in is Silver Age, Marvel.
Yeah. Well, that was also the time period you grew up in, reading comics.
Yeah.
Silver and Bronze Age.
So that's the stuff I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the stuff I know.
This one. The cam.
Have you read Astonishing XMen by Charles Soule?
I have not. How is it?
I have. Shorty Larson asked that question. I just saw that the first trade came out, and I'm assuming it's good, but I don't know either. I want to read that. I think Charles Soule's great, so I'd like to come. I just saw somebody say, the Clarknado said, "Is this where I'm supposed to come for therapy?" I'd like to read Astonishing XMen by Soule.
I need to sit down and read. Is he the current writer?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Soule's a pretty bankable writer as far as hit and miss ratio for me.
Right, I agree.
I like Clarknado's response. I'm sure you'll get a kick out of this one. I love how many people got burned on the Outcast speculation.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
I do, yeah. I remember my LCS. I was collecting floppies at the time. I think I probably got one copy just to read it, but I think they had some collectible, like a collectible poster or something, or some really limited edition of something. Maybe it was a special variant cover, and you got entered into a lottery with every copy of the Outcast you bought, and some guy bought like 100 issues of the Outcast or Outcast, and he ended up winning the variant cover or something, but he ended up spending $500 to win this variant cover or poster or whatever it was, because he bought so many copies of Outcast. I
don't get it.
I don't get it either. That's not me.
Nerd. No, every time I say that, I think about like Homer Simpson when he's screaming outside of his car.
I am a jock. They are nerds. Nerd.
But I do remember that speculation market, like, oh, Outcast is going to be the next big thing. Just watch everything Robert Kirkman touches is going to be gold. Like everybody was buying up #1 issues, and nobody remembers that show. I'm not even sure. Did it even get a second season?
Outcast? I think it did.
Did it? Did it get a third season?
Not positive. I didn't watch the show, so I haven't been paying attention to it because I was so disappointed in the comic book that I don't know.
Yeah, the show is close to it's pretty beat for beat close to the comic. So, but me and my girl actually enjoyed the show. We sat down and watched some of it, and we really dug the first season. We didn't get too far into it, but we stopped watching it halfway through. It just didn't grab our attention. But I don't know, man. With Kirkman, actually, I've heard Kirkman stuck the landing with Invincible, so I'm proud of him. I'll give him a golf clap on that one. So good job, Kirkman. You stuck the landing on something. Jess, did you get Popnecker yet?
It has not come in yet.
Oh man, come on, Jess.
It was. It's only Wednesday. I only ordered it Sunday. I know. And Monday was the holiday. So well, yeah. It has been shipped. It's been shipped.
Well, you know how the group is, man. The minute they order something,
is that a question that just got asked?
Yeah. You know how the group is, man. The minute that you order something, people in the group are going, "Hey, I haven't gotten my order yet, or it hasn't shipped yet." I'm like, give it 3 hours at the very least.
Yeah. So it has been shipped. But so it's been picked and shipped, and it's out for delivery. But I think I did U.S. media mail, so it's not going to get here till next week. But I did find Volume 3, which is the hard to find one. I found that for cover price on Amazon, so that was good. So I got that going for me, which is nice.
Oh, you were able to get Volume 3. I wonder how rare. There's 4 volumes, right? I think Volume 4 is out of print.
There's 4 volumes? I thought there was only 3.
Is it 3 or 4? Now I'm not sure.
You better check because now I'll go all Amazing Spider-Man 976 or whatever about it.
I like the fact that we mentioned him, and there were a few people actually in the group that they bought Herbie Popnecker stuff.
I know. I think Michael Curry is one of them. He's in the chat now that he's figured out the chat.
Herbie Popnecker, Volume 4. Let's see if there's a Volume 4. I'm seeing Volume 1, Volume 2. Wait a minute.
David Cott is saying Wikipedia says 3.
No, it's 3. It is 3. You're good, Jess.
Good.
You are good.
Surfpunks asks, is Alex and Ada any good?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Really good. It is really, really, really good.
Really good. Absolutely sticks the landing. Beautiful book.
Yeah. Really well done. That book, I would say it's a definite buy for you, Surfpunks.
Mm-hmm. I second that motion. There's a hardcover edition that came out that I heard is actually pretty good, too.
Yeah, I've got that right there. You want me to get it and show it?
Sure.
Yeah, this is about a guy that falls in love with his, it's in the future, and it's a guy that falls in love with his robot, his personal robot, and the art is great, and the writing's great, and this is just a beautiful book, and there's all kinds of political ramifications if you fall in love with your robot. Is artificial intelligence really real? Should they be treated as humans? And you're not supposed to fall in love with a robot, and of course that has political ramifications too. So it's really well done. It's and it's a beautiful book. This thing's just really nice. From Image, they do hardcovers the right way. So yeah, I dig it a lot. And wait, is this, who's the writer? Is Luna the writer, or is he the artist?
I think he's both.
Story by Sarah Vaughn. Story and script by Sarah Vaughn. Story and illustrations by Jonathan Luna. So it sounds like
it's 50-50 on the story.
Yeah, sounds like it. But because that's definitely Luna art. I highly recommend this book.
Luna has that distinguishing style that you're just, that's definitely a Luna book.
Yeah. This makes me want to read it again, but I just pulled some other book off my shelf to read in the middle of all my different readathons, so I can't get sidetracked. Must stay focused.
Did you see that Japan is developing like female sex robots that cook and clean and everything?
I am so going to be a first day buyer of that. Ding, 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 ding.
There was like a news story about that the other day, and I'm like, wow, this is how Skynet finally beat us. This is how they win. We live in crazy times. Did Jess order the limited edition Motor Girl?
I did, yes, Matt.
What's Motor Girl again? I forget.
Terry Moore's latest book. It's not. It's not. It wasn't very expensive. I don't even think it's 12 issues, because I don't think it was only like a $40 book.
Yeah, that flew under the radar. Motor Girl flew under the radar though for a while. Nobody was talking about that book at all.
Right. I think they're talking about it now that there's a hardcover that's coming out, and I believe I got a notice that says it's been shipped, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, I'm curious about that because I like Terry Moore's work. I need to read Strangers in Paradise. I've heard good things about that, but for the most part, I like what he writes.
Yeah.
And I loved Rachel Rising. I thought Rachel Rising was good. The ending felt a bit rushed, but overall, it was really good.
About my first gallery edition book, Batman by Sam Keith. That's a nice one. Jess, are you collecting artist gallery editions? I do not. That's kind of a black hole that I've stayed away from. Artist editions, those are beautiful, and I fully support your buying them, but I better not.
That's a hole Jess will not go down.
No. I can see it's very seductive, though. Those things are gorgeous.
Oh, they're beautiful. That and original art pieces. That's a hole you don't want to go down, man.
No, I don't want to. I know or posters. I know Matt Miranda can speak to that. Posters are something I've stayed away from too.
And Matt Miranda gets beautiful prints though. Like he sends pictures of the ones he gets, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Jess, so you saw a movie this week, didn't you?
I sure did. I saw Black Panther today.
What'd you think?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I was surprised at how long it was. It was longer than I thought. I didn't think it was too long. I didn't start staring at my watch, but when we got out of there, I was like, whoa, we were in there for a long time. But I think Killmonger is easily the scariest and most realistic villain in the Marvel universe. I don't want to spoil anything, but when he shows up in Wakanda, shit gets real. I mean, it just turns. He is the spice to that movie, because when he shows up, you realize that the first 2/3 of the movie were interesting, but when he shows up, it gets compelling. It's like, whoa, this dude is totally scary, totally realistic, very sympathetic. You can actually sort of feel for the guy, and that's what actually makes him so scary. You see how he became the way he became, and I was really happy that. Let me see if I can say it without spoiling it. That who you thought was going to be the main villain didn't end up being the main villain.
Yeah. I honestly think it was Killmonger's movie.
Yeah.
It was Black Panther was in it, and he's the name on the logo and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the character that I sympathize the most with, and that I think stole the movie, was Killmonger. It's his film. It really is when you think about it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Because from the very beginning, you see basically, so spoilers for Black Panther. At the very beginning of the film, you basically see the catalyst of what makes You're basically seeing what makes this character, and then you're going through and seeing the character's rise to power, and then his eventual fall. So overall, you get more development of the character of Killmonger than you actually do of T'Challa in his own damn movie. And it's interesting. I actually think T'Challa in the film, and this is not to take anything away from him, but he's actually the least interesting character of the film.
I think his little sister's really a great character.
Mm-hmm.
Loved his bodyguards, loved his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend or whatever. His mom was interesting. But yeah, you're right. I mean, in his own film, he was sort of the neutral kind of guy that let everybody else shine. And and of course I loved what's his name? The white CIA guy. He's such a good. What's his name again? Cole?
Ross.
Ross. That's right, Ross. Yeah, he was great in it. So I enjoyed the whole thing.
I did too. I overall enjoyed the film. Any complaints? My main drawback and complaint of the film overall is that I think some of the CGI in certain spots is a bit wonky. It doesn't look all that great, and I could see this really aging poorly a few years down the road.
Huh. Okay. I didn't notice that. I saw it in 3D accidentally.
Did you really?
I didn't want to see it in 3D, but my movie buddy made a mistake. She thought the movie started at 12:10, and we got there, and it didn't start until 1. And it was the 3D version. So I said, well, we're all the way here. We actually went a little further to see it on a big screen. And I said, okay, whatever, 3D, it won't be that bad. And it really wasn't that bad. I actually enjoyed it. It almost looked like it was shot to be 3D. It was pretty enjoyable. I didn't get sick or anything. And there weren't any, bullets or spears coming at me from these guys, and I'm not being racist. They all have spears in this movie, so just take it easy. The 3D was actually fun. I even though I had glasses on, I had to put them over my glasses. But yeah.
What I find interesting, and actually this was something that they discussed in the Facebook group, and I know we tend to shy away from politics, so I won't get into too much of this. But
okay, good.
Yeah, there are some people that say the movie shouldn't have it shouldn't have any politics at all. It should just be a comic book movie. It should be just fun. I think that's kind of dumb. I'm sorry, because Black Panther inherently deals with politics.
Yeah.
He is the king of fucking Wakanda. He is a king. The best runs deal with him having to be a king, dealing with the political actions of being a king and being a hero as well. The character has always been inherently political. It goes hand in hand. I am sorry. It just does. If you don't want a political movie, maybe you should have just gone and saw Age of Ultron or the original Avengers or something like that. There are those movies, but I'm sorry, if there weren't at least undertones or a little bit of politics in this film, I would actually feel like this was missing something. Yeah.
I think it's kind of naive to think that you could make a movie like that and not have political undertones. I don't think it's possible.
I don't think you can. No, I don't. McGregor's run, when Black Panther was first starting out, one of the first things McGregor did was have him fight the KKK. It doesn't get more political than that.
Right. Yeah, I just think it's inherently something you're going to have.
Yeah. it goes really hand in hand with the character. And I feel they balance that stuff out really well.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It didn't beat me over the head with it, and I thought, okay, this is a good balance of it.
Yeah.
I also like the changes that they made to certain characters such as like Man-Ape and things like that. I was like, okay, that's good. They changed that aspect of it.
Who is Man-Ape in the movie?
He's the guy that ends up helping
T'Challa? The mountain guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, they changed his character to that instead. I really dug that.
Instead of the wildly improper Man-Ape?
Yeah. I liked one more thing that I really enjoyed. How badass were the Dora? I always mess this one up. The Dora Milaje,
the bodyguards.
How great were they in the film?
I thought they were really great, particularly in the casino scene in Korea, where it was just he and his gal and the one bodyguard, the Dora Malay or whatever they are. She really, I mean, they definitely shined in the movie.
They definitely did. She stole the movie for me in certain scenes, but like you said, the standout for me, Shuri. I love the fact that they make Shuri. She runs circles around Tony Stark. Tony Stark basically builds Mustangs. Shuri's like, no, I'm building Teslas. Okay?
Yeah, that's right. She's awesome. I loved it when she berated her brother for wearing sandals into her clean room. That was great.
I enjoy that. I like that back and forth banter where it's like, okay, it's obvious these two are related because they have that brother and sister back and forth banter with each other. I was like, a lot of movies miss that. A lot of movies like miss the kind of like quippiness of it when you have a brother or a sister that you talk to them like that.
Right. Yeah.
I think we were talking about where can they go next as far as villains?
In Black Panther or Marvel? Oh, I don't know. I hope not the villain from the Priest collection.
Oh, you weren't a fan. That's right.
I wasn't a fan of this particular villain. Mephisto would be good. I mean, I'm okay with Mephisto being the the guy, but I don't dig this dictator. He just looked like, I don't know, the in this Priest run, I just did not dig the dictator in it that takes over Wakanda while Black Panther's not there. He just looked like, the way they had him drawn and the way they had him act, it was like a character from the 40s practically. I mean, it was just, I don't know. It's struck a kind of a thud for me. So I hope they don't use him. And I don't know Black Panther well enough to say what other, I mean, Killmonger and that guy are the only ones I know of. So I don't know. Do you know Black Panther well enough to say who the next villain could be?
You know what? I'm going to be honest, and no, I don't. I'm interested to see where they go next with it. I don't know where they can or who could be another villain. I think I personally would like to see Submariner
be a villain.
Yeah,
but isn't he part of the Illuminati with
Doesn't mean they get along. Doesn't mean they get along.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
No, Namor doesn't get along with anybody.
You'll get to that when you get to the series. Namor is like we said last week. Namor, he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, he's got an attitude.
Yeah. Somebody asked, where do you think the Soulstone is? Because that's the final Infinity Stone as far as the films. Nobody knows where it's at. I have a running theory. Again, this is just me talking crazy, that the asteroid that fell into Wakanda is actually carrying the Soulstone, hence the reason why they've got all the vibranium, and hence the reason why in the trailer for Infinity War, you see them fighting in Wakanda at the end of the trailer. Because Thanos is trying to get the stone.
Okay. That's a crazy theory. And I don't want to say, well, I don't want to say the spoiler at the end credit. It's a Marvel movie, so you got to stay till the very dead last end credit, or you'll miss an important Infinity War. Oh, sorry, I just spoiled it. You better just stay till the very end of the movie.
Do you think it was Feige's decision? So we're still talking us a little spoilers. This will be the last thing we answer. Do you think it was Kevin Feige's decision to kill off Klaw?
Why would it be his decision to do that?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I'm surprised they killed off Klaw. He's such a prominent villain as far as Black Panther.
Yeah, that I did pick up on from reading both of these runs.
Same thing with Killmonger.
Yeah.
Like, you killed off the two biggest villains that Black Panther has in the first film. Where are you going to go next?
Yeah, that's a good point.
The Soulstone is in the anal cavity, of course, of Uncle Ben.
Clarknado, you always go there.
That's so disturbing.
That is disturbing.
Okay. I've heard Heimdall has the stone. I don't know. I'd like to see that. You guys see what they do with Wakanda and Infinity War. I think the Soul Stone is with Thanos already, or kicking it with Adam Warlock. I could see that. Jess, have you read the new Black Panther run?
I have not. I have it right here in front of me in my to-read pile. I was going to read it, but then somebody told me it was boring.
I'm sorry. It didn't.
Somebody was you.
That was my priest run for you.
Okay. You had trouble getting into it?
That was my equivalent. I just couldn't get into it. We've talked about this the past few weeks, but long story short, I tried reading it, couldn't get into it, felt like I was jumping into the middle of a story, and I started falling asleep. No, correction, I fell asleep on the couch.
Wow.
My girl found me. She woke me up. It was like at 2 a.m. with a book like this on my head. Just laying flat there.
It looks good. It's really pretty.
Did you guys discuss the new DC solicits already?
No.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
So what do we got going on, Jess?
In DC solicits?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I know there's an omnibus of the Jeff Leb, Tim Sale stuff, or Loeb, however you say his name.
I think it's Loeb.
The Batman, Jeff Loeb, Batman, Tim Sale, Batman stuff,
Yes.
which is a big deal. There's an Arkham game omnibus, which I don't know that anybody was asking for.
Nope.
Which I would have thought Injustice would have made a good Omni, first of all, because that book is so good, as well as the game. What am I missing? I mean, there was a couple of big deals. What am I thinking? Somebody will tell us in the Absolute Transmet Volume 3. Bite me, sucker! I
don't give a damn. It's not happening. It's not coming out.
And I am making you buy me that In-N-Out burger. If I have to fly you out to Vegas myself, you are buying me that burger.
It's not coming out, man.
Oh, you were so wrong. I want to make this a bigger bet.
This is gonna get delayed.
Let's see. Harley Quinn Omnibus. That's right. Omnipool. Harley Quinn Volume 2. That's a big deal to me. Deathstroke that nobody asked for, but maybe it's good. Final Crisis Omnibus. That's a big deal.
They canceled Super Sons.
They did cancel Super Sons, but I think it sounds like he's going to write them into something even bigger and better.
Yeah.
Maybe they joined Teen Titans or something. I don't know.
They joined Teen Titans. Where is that post? I'm looking for Brooks's post. Brooks is the one that he's always got this stuff down packed, like right when it comes out.
Right. Yeah. He's fast on those.
Yeah, he is. Where is it? Oh, no. I just have to look at the post where you tagged me making fun of me because you think that Absolute Metropolitan is coming out when it clearly isn't coming out. Here we go. Ah, here we go. Oh, there's Ric Flair. All right, where is it? Oh, damn, I want these. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. For me, where's the trade stuff? I'm looking through this and I'm trying to find the trade stuff is usually at the end, right?
Didn't Brooks post something? I know Matt's saying it wasn't Brooks this time, but I think Brooks did post something that he typed up that was the Omnis and then the trades.
That's what I'm looking for, but I can't find it.
Maybe it wasn't Brooks.
It's a big damn catalog. Okay, this is the statues. Nobody cares about that except you, Jess. And Matt. No, not Matt. And Gio. Gio loves statues.
Yeah.
Although, Matt, some of the statues they've been putting out are adorable. Ah, DC Collections. Here we go. Okay. Let me get some magic going. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so you can get DC Young Animal Milk Wars. What is that? Aquaman Tempest trade
I
paperback.
love the background music. It's awesome.
Batman Detective Comics Volume 6, Fall of the Batman trade paperback. Batman Rebirth Deluxe Edition Book 2 hardcover, continuing Tom King's wonderful work. That comes out in June 6th. Batman, a lot of Little Gotham trade paperback. Ooh, those Little Gotham books are fun, man.
I haven't read them.
They're fun. They're fun stuff.
Caldwell Comics.
Arkham Saga Omnibus. Nobody asked for that, so we can skip that. Batman by Jeff Loeb and Tin Sale Omnibus hardcover. That's one that a lot of fans were really going crazy for in the group.
Yeah.
Deathstroke by Tony Daniels Omnibus. Who the hell asked for that?
Gosh, I don't know. Is Tony Daniels that bad?
His Deathstroke run is not that good.
Oh, okay. I haven't read it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's not that good. Here's one for you, Jess. Bombshells United, Volume 1.
And I want to read Gotham City Garage.
You're going to need that one. Elseworld, Batman, Volume 3. This has Tales of the Dark Knight are collected anew. Batman Brotherhood of the Bat, Batman Night Gallery, Batman Scar of the Bat, Batman Mask, Batman Dark Knight. He has a Tommy gun in this one. Okay. Interesting. Here's the Big Daddy. The Final Crisis, the 10th Anniversary Omnibus.
That's a big one.
Jess, this sucker comes in at 1,504 pages.
Wow. That's got to have...
Yeah.
That's... What is... Oh, my gosh. I didn't know that. It's got to have... Holy smoke. I thought the Absolute had everything, but obviously not. Absolute just must be the tiny little 8-issue event. So Final Crisis Omnibus must have everything possible tie-ins. I don't even remember that being that many tie-ins. 1,500 pages. That's Fourth World size.
Listen to what's in this. Okay. Batman 676 through 683 and 701 and 702. Birds of Prey 118. DC Universe 0. DC Universe The Last Will and Testament number 1. Final Crisis 1 through 7. Final Crisis Legion of Three Worlds 1 through 5. Final Crisis Requiem number 1. Final Crisis Resist number 1. Final Crisis Revelations. God damn. Final Crisis Revelations 1 through 5. Final Crisis Rogues Revenge 1 through 3. Final Crisis Secret Files number 1. Final Crisis Submit number 1. Final Crisis Superman Beyond number 1 and 2, The Flash 240 to 241, Teen Titans 59 through 60, and Terror Titans 1 through 6. And this thing comes out on my birthday, September 26th. Ooh, that's nice.
Nice.
This sucker retails for $150, Jess.
Wow. I don't know. That's an awful lot of dosh. I don't see. Am I really going to read that? I mean, I bet everybody's excited about it. That is a lot of books. That's a lot of money. Boy, you got to be really invested in Final Crisis to want that. That's enormous.
It's ridiculous. I just want to see how comically huge the thing is going to be.
That's way bigger than Infinite Crisis. I think Infinite Crisis is like 1,200 pages.
I think so.
Like...
I don't think it's as big as Colossal Conan, though.
Colossal Conan's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane. The retail price on this, $150.
Yeah, I think that if you're lucky, IST will have it for a week at half off for $75.
There you go.
InStockTrades.com.
That's right. Proud sponsor of this show. You can get the Final Crisis Omnibus on that day for 50% off cover.
Perhaps. We don't know for sure.
We don't know for sure. For perhaps 50% off cover. That thing is, wow. Flash Volume 6, A Cold Day in Hell trade paperback. Gotham City Garage. That's the one you talked about, Jess.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
Let's see what else we got. Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Hard Traveling Heroes Deluxe Edition hardcover. I have no clue what that is.
That's the Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil book, only in a deluxe edition. It was in absolute, and now it's in deluxe.
Oh, those bastards. Green Lanterns Volume 6, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps Volume 5, Harley Quinn by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, Omnibus Volume 2, Jess, that one's for you. Justice League Volume 6, nobody cares about that one. Legion by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, Volume 2. I didn't even know they did a Legion book.
Yeah.
Mystic, You trade paperback, New Superman Volume 3, Equilibrium. The Rough and Ready Show. I don't know what that is.
They used to be a cartoon.
Super Sons of Tomorrow, Superman 0 Hour, Teen Titans Go, Their Greatest Hijinks. Trinity, Wonder Woman Conan hardcover. Ooh. That looks cool.
Yeah.
We can skip that next book. Sweet Tooth, Book 2, and that's it. That's all of them.
I love your theme music. That was great.
So a lot of good stuff coming out over the next few weeks and next few months.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are pumped about that Final Crisis. A lot of people are pumped by the Loeb and Sale Batman book. The Tony Daniels book got universally panned. I don't know anything about it, the Deathstroke book, so I don't know anything about it. But yeah, I can't wait for the Harley Quinn Volume 2 Omnibus and Gotham City Garage. That's great. I can't wait to read that.
It's going to be real good. Nick Martin says, I'm not sure if it's realistically readable at that size. That's a good question, Nick. I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure about that either. That is that's a heck of a big book.
Yeah. My advice is don't put that and Colossal Conan on the same shelf.
Right.
Start having things tilting over a little bit. Is Final Crisis that good? I don't know. I've never read it. Have you?
Yeah, I read it back when it was coming out in floppies. As I recall, I stuck mostly to the main event. I did not get into all those tie-ins. I do remember reading Superman Beyond in 3D or whatever it was. And I remember reading Rogue's Revenge or whatever that was, but that's really about it for tie-ins. I think I stuck to the main series, so I can't speak to all those tie-ins. That's a good question. That is a huge amount of material that really has to be good. It's all got to be 100% good for me to drop that kind of coin on a book.
Yeah. No, it is not a cheap book, even with the possible 50% off that IST might have that week. It's still a pretty hefty penny when you think about it. And it's a big investment. That is a time sinker too.
Yeah, that is a time sinker. That's a good point. Caldwell Comics says, I really liked Final Crisis. I think the Absolute has everything you need for the story. Okay. That's perfect.
The only thing Final Crisis that I've read was the Death of Bruce Wayne or whatever. Grant Morrison's Batman run ties into it pretty heavily.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I read. And I felt like I got the gist of what I needed to get in order to understand the madness that is Grant Morrison and make it through that gauntlet. I'm not a fan of Grant Morrison's Batman. IDW solicits came out today too.
Okay.
Do they have anything? I don't know. They don't really have anything off the top of my head that grabs my interest. Will I be getting any of these Omnis? I'm out that game, man. I'm out of that game for right now. I am not collecting any omnibuses at the moment. I am getting like hardcovers and trades and things like that, but as far as the big stuff, I'm not doing that anymore. It's just not financially feasible for me. Maybe one day again. They're fun. I got the Final Crisis trade paperback for like $7. I'll stick with that. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Did anyone see the Image Humble bundle that Wooter posted on the group earlier? No, I didn't see that.
Flashpoint movie to reboot their DC Universe movies. Okay.
I could see that.
We've been sort of hearing that for a while.
Hell, that's what I was suggesting years ago, remember?
Yeah.
It was like if DC wants to fix all their mess, they just Flashpoint it. Ben Affleck doesn't want to be Batman anymore.
That's certainly I seem to read that rumor every day that he's leaving.
Dude went from Batman to Fat Man.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's in rough shape, dude. He's going through a divorce right now and everything, and he's just in real rough shape. The guy should just take some time off. They want another Superman also. See, I like Henry Cavill as Superman.
I do too.
I just think the material they give him isn't that great.
I agree with that completely.
You know, that there were glimpses of Justice League where I was like, thank you. This is Superman. You got little glimpses of it, and I thought he did okay with it. He's working with the material that he's given, really, is what it is. I think he does a fine job with what he's given. And you know what? Despite all the flaws the Man of Steel and those Snyder movies have, that first flight scene in Man of Steel still gives me fucking chills to this day.
That is a cool flight scene.
Like the first time he takes off, where you hear Hans Zimmer's score and everything, that scene, I'm like, okay, that was good. That was fantastic. I love that scene, and it still gives me chills every time I watch it.
Yeah, I liked Man of Steel.
I do too. I enjoyed the first half of it.
Yeah, so did I.
It's the last half where Zack Snyder goes crazy on the CGI machine that I was like, oh, I'm not enjoying this anymore.
Where they destroy Metropolis.
Yeah, where it turns into a fight from Dragon Ball Z. You saw Justice League, right?
Yeah.
How'd you feel about the Flash running in it? Look a little off.
Yeah, it did sort of, especially in that scene where they're getting the energy up to spark Superman back to life.
Yeah,
he did run sort of funny.
It looked like he was running like a power skater, like somebody who's on ice.
Yeah, that's true. I think the Flash TV show has more realistic running. Now that you say that,
I prefer the running in the Flash TV show. Flash looks spastic when he was running. Punisher Platoon. What did you guys think? Has that come out?
Do I know what that is?
I think that's Garth Ennis's new Punisher miniseries.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Don't know.
Hold on. Punisher, like Garth Ennis and Punisher, they go hand in hand. So, oh, it did. That came out. Yeah, that came out, man.
Was that something that came out today?
Issue 1 came out in October.
Oh, it ended today. Sledge is saying.
It ended today?
I trade weight everything, so I'll wait for the trade. If it's Ennis and Punisher, I'll read it. That's for sure.
Oh, hell no. I'm going on Comixology tonight. I'm reading that.
Yeah.
That's that. Punisher and Ennis, that's a mix, man. That it works every time. Absolutely every time. Did you ever read Fury Max?
No, I have that. I haven't read that yet. It's really good.
Oh, it's so good.
Where is that? There it is. My War Gone By.
Yes, Jess, you need to read Fury Max.
Okay.
That is the one book. You know what? That's your homework assignment for this week. Read Fury Max. It's only like 12 issues. It's really short, but it's so fucking good.
Okay, I see it right there, so I'll do that.
It's probably my favorite Nick Fury story, and Punisher actually shows up in it.
Okay. That's also by Garth Ennis?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's really good. It's set in the Max universe, and a lot of it takes place with Nick Fury when he's old at this point, and he's recording his memoirs of like all the wars that he went through, like the Bay of Pigs, fighting in Vietnam and things like that. And Ennis just has a way of telling so many great like moments of Nick Fury, and you really get the mindset of Nick Fury that this is a guy that is addicted to war. He loves being in war.
Let me pull that book out so I don't forget. Just a sec.
It's probably one of it. I haven't read much of Nick Fury, but from what I've read, I think it's the best thing that I've read involving a character.
So are we talking this book?
That's the one.
Okie dokie. All right. I pulled it out and I will be reading it.
It's not an easy read.
13. It's not an easy read?
It's not an easy read, man. There's a lot of dark stuff he touches on in it.
Oh, I like how the lines on his face all have the names of wars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Got it out.
Yeah, you owe it to yourself. This Chris M says it's not even opened.
No, of course it's not open. I haven't read it yet. I don't open anything until I read it. Everything else stays closed.
Hey, Jess, I know you like monkeys/apes. Will you be picking up Kong on the Planet of the Apes by Boom when it gets a collection?
I do?
I don't know where they came up with that, but okay. Kong on the Planet of the Apes by Boom when it gets a collection.
That sounds interesting. I'm not really that big into monkeys and apes. I do like giant robots, and like that. I like the movie Colossal that had a giant robot and a giant in it, a giant monster in it. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiju. But I don't know about giant apes. I'm open to the suggestion though, if it's a good book.
I think, is it a crossover between Planet of the Apes and King Kong?
I don't know.
Jess,
have you read all? Go ahead.
Have you read all those Batman trades behind you?
No. No, I have not. I've read about 2/3 of them, which is pretty good for me.
That's actually really good for you.
Yeah, that is really good for me.
Making your way through it.
Sorry?
You're making your way through it.
Yeah. I'm looking over there and I realize I haven't read the Batgirl yet. That's something I need to read. Okay, it's open now. Are you happy? There, look. See, I opened it. Which means I'm going to read it. I got to read it now. Oh, it's got a cool thing under the dust cover.
All right, so Peter Tomasi apparently just tweeted a funny picture with Daffy Duck in a Superman suit and Bugs Bunny in a Batman suit, saying, "Stop worrying, the boys will be back." So there you go. I guess Super Sons is coming back in some.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I can't imagine them canceling that book. It's been so popular, especially in the group.
Yeah.
It looked like a fun read too. I think it's what, 16 issues have come out?
I don't know. I just have the first trade.
I am going, right after I finish here, I'm going on Comixology. I'm going to look up that Punisher book.
Yeah, what was it called again? Punisher Platoon?
Platoon, yeah. Let's see what the synopsis is. Punisher the Platoon. Here we go. Punisher Platoon is a 2017 war comic limited series published by Marvel Comics under the Max imprint. At this point, Ennis is the only one that's writing in the Max imprint. Nobody else writes at Max. The series centered around the character of Frank Castle during his first tour in Vietnam as a young man. The framing narrative of both American soldiers in Castle's platoon and NVA fighters being interviewed. Oh, cool. The series focuses on Frank Castle as a young man during his first tour in Vietnam, with a framing narrative of both American soldiers in Castle's platoon and NBA fighters being interviewed in the modern day. This sounds really good. There's going to be 2 more mini-series by Ennis in the near future. Is it going to be Punisher, or is it going to be exploring more characters? And are we keeping up with The Flash? We're both behind on The Flash.
Yeah.
Are you guys keeping up with The Flash? No. And the X-Men, Charles Soule. Is anybody keeping up with X-Men, Charles Soule's X-Men?
I know that it just came out in trade, so I want to get that. I will order. I'll do 1 order in March. That will include the Infinity Gauntlet box set.
Ooh, you're getting it?
Yeah. I've been saving up. I sold everything else off. I've been saving up. I mean, it's there. The money's there. So, I mean, I've really been saving up for a while for this.
It's the big buy, man.
Yeah, it is. It's serious dosh.
What's the retail price on that?
$500.
Oh, my heart skipped a beat just not thinking about it.
Yeah. But I remember the Secret Wars. Wait, no, it's not Secret Wars. Is it Secret War? No. What's the other box set? What was maybe it was Secret Wars. What's the war where the kid takes everybody and puts them on the worlds? Is that Secret Wars?
I don't know.
I'm getting my wars mixed up. Just a sec.
There's so many at this point. Chris M says, I've decided to offer you $32 for that Akira box set.
Yeah, the Secret Wars box set we got for $177 on Amazon because Tyler Chu had it on like Camel, and we got it for $177, which was an amazing price for that. But I don't think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to go to In-Stock Trades and hope they have it at 50% off.
It's the best bet. I saw something. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about this. I read, actually, I know we talked about Black Panther a little bit earlier, but I read his Secret Invasion tie-in this week.
Oh, I did too.
One with Jason Aaron?
Yeah, I read it Sunday.
How good is that, man?
It's great.
Oh, it's fun. And the thing is, you don't need to read Secret Invasion to enjoy it.
No. I haven't read Secret Invasion. I just saw that Riley had read it and he said it was great. And I said, well, I've got that book. Let me pull that out. And so I read it. And yeah, you're right. It was awesome.
It was so, so good. Like, it is a prime example of why you do not mess with Wakanda. Oh, yeah. I love
a Skrull.
Oh, I love at the very beginning where the Skrulls are showing up and they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of guys with spears and sticks. And they have Skrull heads on pikes.
Yeah.
Right when you enter Wakanda, it's like, yeah, don't come here.
See Wakanda and die.
It's such a good miniseries. If you guys are looking for a really short, condensed 3-issue, just done story of Black Panther, this is the perfect book to start out with. It's so, so good. General premise is the Skrulls have invaded the world. They've been here in secret the whole time. They've decided, okay, we're going after Wakanda. We have to take out this nation because they have vibranium. They have powerful technology. And what ends up happening is so, so good. It's brilliant stuff.
Yeah, you could make a movie of that.
That alone, absolutely, that alone.
Yeah, Secret Invasion, Wakanda.
Yeah, it's definitely a must read. If you've never read Black Panther, it's only 3 issues, guys. I urge you guys go check this one out. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it really is good. Jason Aaron, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. I love the fact that we get the from the Squirrel's point of view, we get the one guy who's like, I just got one more mission and I could go home. I'm 1 day away from retirement. I'm like, oh pal, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Not squirrels, scrolls.
I said scrolls. I just
No, that's what Caldwell Comics says.
Squirrels invaded the world.
Squirrels.
Hey, Squirrel Girl. She is the most powerful Marvel character, apparently.
That's right.
I still need to read that.
No, you don't.
You don't like it?
No.
What?
No.
Whoa, hold on. Wow. Really? That is blasphemy to a lot of members in the group.
Oh, well, I tried. I got the oversized hardcover. I read it. I really tried. Hey, you know me. I love Harley Quinn, so I love goofy women. I love a strong female protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about it. That's what I love. And this book just didn't do it to me. For me. With me. Of me. I just couldn't get into it. I mean, about halfway through, I just said, you know what? I'm not feeling it. And I just quit.
Wow. I'm so disappointed. I've heard great things.
Yeah, Kemi's got a good point. Don't dogs chase squirrels? Yeah, I'm not into squirrels, man.
So would you say it's getting a root beer?
Oh no. It's not that bad. I bet I could read that. I could give it another shot and maybe get into it, but no, it wasn't so awful that I'd be giving it a bath. I'll give it another try since I still have it. Since so many people like it, I'll give it a shot. But I don't know, maybe it was the art that it's real cartoony art, and so I was having trouble getting into Galactus in that sort of cartoony, goofy style, but
You just weren't feeling it, huh?
no, it just didn't. I was just kind of, and this was a while ago. This was probably 6 to 8 months ago that I tried it, probably over the summer.
Samuel Clarkson, I'm not even trying to pronounce that anymore. Jess, do you ever talk to your wife about the comics you read?
No, not really.
Yeah, she's not into it.
No, not at all.
I think, and this is a good point. I think the common misconception that a lot of like geeky and nerd people have is, I just want to date somebody that is exactly like me. You don't want that at all. You do not want that at all. Trust me.
No, you don't want. No, I don't want to date somebody like me. I hate me.
Bingo.
I want somebody the exact opposite of me.
I hate myself too.
I can't stand me.
Yeah.
I want somebody better than me. That's what I got. She's way better person than I am.
Well, the reason behind that is that you want to date somebody that has different interests than you, because you learn. You get to learn more. You get to experience life from a different perspective. You grow better as a person because of that as well.
That's right. You know what I think is interesting is I read an article in the paper maybe 3 weeks ago about a new dating app that is super popular. Instead of trying to match people with what you like, it matches people with what they hate. And it turns out that people get along better if their dislikes are the same. And I was with my movie buddy at the time, who's also married to one of my friends, and I said, Patty and I don't like the same stuff, but boy, we sure hate the same stuff. So that's what we bond over. We do bond over more of the stuff we dislike, because she doesn't like anything pop culture like I do. We don't like any of the same music. We don't like any of the same kind of art or books. She and I read completely different books, prose books. Even TV shows, we're having trouble finding the same thing. But boy, do we bond over our dislikes of certain things.
Somebody says, "Nice save, Jess." No, I find that interesting. Also, I kind of had to get a laugh at this. There is a dating website now for people that are just Trump supporters.
Well, that's great.
That
I
is
think that's good.
just a dating website for that.
I think it's good. Good for them.
There's a dating website for everything. There's a dating website for farmers.
Farmers need love too.
There's like farmers, left-handed people, whatever's out there. There's a dating website for you out there. If you're into whatever, there's a dating website for you. What's the wife's hobby? I don't know.
My wife doesn't have a hobby.
Jess, are you planning on getting the Superman Exile Omnibus coming out in April?
I'm still on the fence about that one. Possibly. I'm trying to think if that was a run that I really loved or not. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of whether it was a run that I really liked.
How was the material in the Gotham City Sirens Omnibus?
It's great. I can show you. Oh, I don't think I have the books with me here. I think I gave those books away because of the Omni was coming out. Yeah, I did. The first half is written by Paul Dini, and it's really. Oh wait, no. First 2/3. It's 3 books. So the first 2/3 is written by Paul Dini, so it's top notch. And then the next third of it is just below that. It's not quite as good as Paul Dini. Still interesting and fun, but not quite as good as the Paul Dini stuff. And I can't remember who wrote it, but it's still overall going to be a great Omni. I can't wait to get it. And I think that comes out pretty soon. Maybe next week or sometime in March. I did totally go into Seinfeld mode there. That's what Sam von Kluxenberg says.
I've never watched too much Seinfeld.
Oh, really? I do. I remember that episode. It was. I remember that episode. He was dating somebody that reminded him of himself a lot, and he said, "I don't want to date me. I hate me."
He's got something on Netflix now, doesn't he? He's got like a TV show or something.
Oh, Comedians in Cars with Coffee. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. How is that?
It depends on the comedian. It can be really good. I saw the one with Howard Stern, and I really liked it. Of course, I'm a Howard Stern fan. Yeah, I'm a Howard Stern fan, so I liked it. But yeah, I think it's a fun half hour.
Man, Howard Stern, I saw him the other day. He's getting old.
Well, he is old, yeah.
He's looking a little rough. Black Panther has been ranked as the best movie of all time by Rotten Tomatoes.
Who said that? It has?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, you just looked it up?
No, it was just a random article that popped up. Black Panther ranked as best movie of all time by Rotten Tomatoes in terms of score.
I thought Lady Bird had that title.
No, Lady Bird is boring.
I didn't say it wasn't boring. I'm saying that it got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Does it have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Well, check it out. I thought it had the highest score ever on Rotten Tomatoes.
I fell asleep watching that.
Nikolai Dante.
Lady Bird.
Let me look up Nikolai Dante on Amazon. I don't mean to mention the competition, but that's where I can find it quicker.
Really? 99% on Rotten Tomatoes for Lady Bird?
Yeah, I told you.
God, that movie was so boring. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I thought it was kind of boring. I didn't care about this girl or her problems in the middle of bum nowhere town. It didn't do anything for me. I just fell asleep.
Nikolai Dante. Am I looking at Too Cool to Kill? Let's see, who said that? Sledge. It's 2000 AD. Am I looking at Too Cool to Kill? Sledgy? Yeah, it's 2000 AD. Nikolai Dante, Too Cool to Kill by Robbie Morrison. That looks interesting. I do like 2000 AD stuff. I'll check IST and see if they have it. He is too cool to kill. Okay, good. Yes. Okay. Well, I'll put it on my list to check out. Thanks, Sledge. How excited are you guys for the Batman White Knight HC this September? I am way excited. I don't know about Louise.
Same. I can't wait.
Good. Yeah, I'm really excited. And I'm really excited for, I know you, oh no, have you read Metal at all?
No, well, I read the first issue of Metal.
Okay.
And I thought that was good. But other than that, I haven't read too much Metal. I'm excited for it. What's the collection getting put out?
I think the collections, the paperbacks and hardcovers are coming out this year, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's not next year, if they in fact do that omnibus. It's only Scott Snyder's word that they're going to do the omnibus. So we have to. So I definitely hope they do, because that's what I want.
It's more reliable than DC's word on absolute transmetropolitan.
Dude, it is so coming out. You are buying me. I already know what I'm going to order in and out.
It's going to get delayed. At the very least, it's going to get delayed.
No.
It's going to get delayed, or it's going to have a printing error, or there's going to be something wrong with this book. I'm telling you.
No.
John Wilson, what's a good place to start with Dread? That's actually something I've been wanting to read.
Well, that's a good question.
Do you remember Riley made the point a long time ago that it's most important for couples to bond over what they dislike? He had a $1 million app idea.
Oh, too bad he didn't exercise it.
He really should have.
Damn, we're gonna have to bring that up to him.
That's a good point.
If you guys could get one Marvel reprint or new Omni, what would it be? Marvel. Gosh, with DC, it'd be Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. What Marvel do I want? Maybe Jason Aaron Thor. That'd probably be a pretty good Omni.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Especially now that he was just announced to be the writer for Avengers.
Yeah, I'll say that. That's kind of a boring answer, though. And I wouldn't want a reprint of Annihilation or anything. Because that's boring, too. Unbelievable Gwenpool. That's what I want an Omni of. 25 issues, perfect length for an omnibus.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and I think they were right to kill that off. It was a joke that they could have run into the ground, but with one, instead of just being a one joke thing, they just stopped it. It's going to end perfectly. I think they did the exact right thing. Oh, New Mutants or Excalibur would be good too. I'm devoting this year to reading more Magic for New Mutants. So I need to get a hold of some more New Mutants.
I need to read New Mutants. Did you ever read Lemire's Old Man Logan?
I did not.
Oh, damn it. I wanted to know how it was.
No, I haven't read it yet.
Wanted to see if it was good or not. All right, I got another 5 minutes. I gotta go. I got a meeting in the morning.
Okay, 5-minute warning. Just like I used to give my daughter when it was time to turn off the TV. 5-minute warning, sweetie.
It's about to be my 5-minute warning. I'm gonna knock out in a little bit. New Mutants Omnibus. I'm surprised we haven't gotten that. Do you think we'll get a New Mutants Omnibus?
To coincide with the movie?
Yeah.
That sounds good. It would make a lot of people happy.
Sure would. I'm surprised it didn't. We got a Legion omnibus, and that came out with the TV show.
Yeah, you sent me the thing. That was a kind of a disheartening article you sent me, to me anyway, about the Legion.
Oh,
season 2.
Did you see the trailer?
Did I see the trailer? No, I didn't watch the trailer. I just read the article. There was a trailer with it?
There was a trailer with it.
Oh shoot, I didn't see that. I just read the article that said the whole thing might have been in somebody's mind. That's going to drive me crazy.
Yeah. Audrey Plaza's character, who she played a huge part in the first season of Legion. She was the friend that was like really crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Without giving too much away of Legion, because I know a lot of people still haven't seen it. She's basically in the trailer saying everything that you saw in the first season was fake. All of his friends were parts of his personality. His love interest was his sexual repression, and just like a whole bunch of stuff. She's dismissing everything. She's saying, but something big is coming. Something big you're not expecting, and it's going to be coming next season. I'm paraphrasing. So, and you're not going to be ready for it. And then you see like quick glimpses of stuff for the next season of Legion.
That's going to drive me bananas.
Yeah. So there's a lot of speculation now saying, well, is anything that we saw in the first season real? Or are all the people that he interacted with in the first season just aspects of his personality that they're manifesting? Just like a whole bunch of stuff.
That's going to really piss me off if I wasted a whole year watching something that was imagination. I mean, I get it that he's got all these aspects to his personality, but if that was all like some just weird dream sequence or imagination or some made up thing, that's really going to piss me off.
I mean, Michael Curry makes a good point. He is batshit crazy.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Hey, he's got a few screws loose in that head.
This is Gwen Stacy. There she is, right there. Paul Wilson, next to No Face. There's Black Cat and Mary Jane. That Gwen Stacy might be one of my favorite statues. Does DCBS ever reprint their variant HCs? Gosh, I've never known them to do that.
Yeah, me either. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think they just go for one run and they're done.
The same thing for variant omnibuses. There's usually no reprint. If you get a reprint of an omnibus, you usually don't get a reprint of the variant. I don't think they've ever done a reprint of the variant.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Is the Goon ever coming back? I think that's done, man.
I do have way more statues. If you go on my YouTube channel, Omnibus, OmniDog's Vault, I have a 4-part room tour. If you go to OmniDog's Vault, you can see my complete collection, and I've only added a couple statues since then, so you'll see the whole thing, my room tour.
All right, Jess, let's go ahead and end this. Give him the spiel.
Okay, ladies and germs. You want up to 50% off on your hardcovers or paperbacks for the comic world. Spend over $50 and you get free shipping in the United States, fabulous customer service, the best packaging possible for books in the United States, plus a customer discount of 2% for repeat customers or sometimes 3%. You want to go to InStockTrades.com. The fabulous people at InStock Trades help make this show possible. And, of course, donations from viewers like you. Oh, wait, that's PBS.
Nice little plug in there.
Yeah.
All right. Jess, where can they find you?
They can find me at OmniDog's Vault on YouTube. They can also find me on Instagram at OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram. I just posted something on Instagram today.
Nice. And Omnibroslive also has an Instagram account that you guys can find. So all you got to do is search for that. You can find me at Comics Guide 101. Occasionally I post videos on there whenever I have this free time. Don't have much free time going around today, these days. So yeah. So guys, I wish you all a good and happy night.
Yes. Nick Munoz, thank you for reminding us. Smash that like button, please.
Yes.
The more likes we get, something magical happens. I don't know what it is, but something good happens. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye.